Christine Z here. I am excited to be here with you. I'm just really excited about talking about the history of where I came from because it was one of my most favorite times in this industry. That was my apprenticeship. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about my very first interview with Vidal Sassoon. But I guess for some of you, I have to explain who is Vidal. And because a lot of people don't know who Vidal is anymore. And so Vidal Sassoon revolutionized our whole industry in the 50s. And this goes back when we were setting hair, when people didn't wash their hair for several weeks. The hair was lacquered and teased. And Vidal was extremely innovative in our industry and wanted to bring something that was more natural, wash and wear. And that is precisely what he did. He was inspired by the Bauhaus movement and also how designers, cut fabric and patterns in clothes. And so Vidal Sassoon created a haircutting training program in our industry that completely changed. I know it changed my life and it changed many people that I know. And so the first thing I want to say is when I went for my first interview, I live about an hour and a half outside of Manhattan in New Jersey, and I come from parents that should have been born in Texas. I mean, they are as country as they come. And so when I mentioned that I want to get a job in New York, they instantly have built fear in me based on their own fear. And you might relate to that. Maybe people in your life kind of push their own fear on you. And so a sister that was working in New York, and she kind of took me under her wings and said, don't worry about it. I will take you on interviews, and really helped me to prepare for that. So I would highly suggest to find someone in your life that believes in you. And my parents believed in me, but they're fearful. So, my sister was the one that really helped me to find the courage to be able to take the chance and to really believe in myself that I could really do it. So I walked in to Vidal Sassoon, and I remember vividly, I was interviewed by two people. The salon at the time was on 5th Avenue and 58th Street, which is now the Apple building. And I walked in and I was nervous. I was petrified. But I was dressed. It might have not been the most fashionable outfit. It was probably, fashionable for me at the time because that is not what I knew about. But I dressed, my hair was done, my makeup was done. I had, nice shoes on, a great outfit on, and I felt confident. I felt really good, although I was nervous. And I think it's important for you to understand that if you're going out for an interview, it's normal to be nervous. Don't worry about it. But it's important to be prepared. So I went on that interview, and Etienne actually asked me several questions. And one of the questions was about fashion icons and designers, and I had not a clue. But what I did know is that I knew, based on who I knew I knew I could work hard. And so what I said to him is, I don't know what you're telling me, but I am sure I can learn. But what I will tell you is I will get down and I will scrub every one of those chairs with a toothbrush. And, that is how I worked, and that is what I did. I mean, I remember me and a couple other people, we painted the walls of the staff room because we wanted the space to look better. And so this is, it's about really just doing everything in your mind that you could to be able to one, get the job that you desire and you dream about, and two, know who you are and what it is that you will make the difference. I knew working hard for me was going to set me out, stand me out, and it was also going to make a difference for me. So But I didn't have all the answers. And I think it's really important to understand is I was nervous and I didn't have all the answers. I had hard work and I really focused on the outcome that I wanted. Like my goal was I wanted to be in a place that was surrounded by people that were better than me, and I wanted to be around mentors. I wanted people to be that I could learn from. And I'm going to talk about my apprenticeship and mentorship and other videos, which I think is super important. But today, I'm really just going to focus on the interview. So I'm going to give you a few things to help you to prepare for your interview. So one, do your homework, right? So I did my homework before I went. I knew who Vidal was. I knew the things that he did. I knew the mission of the company. I understood the culture. I went into the salon a few times before I even interviewed. So I knew that it was a place that I wanted to be. So I had intentions when I went there. I knew what I wanted. So I would say do your homework. Think about, like I said, think about what you're bringing to the table that's different from anyone else. This is going to help you during your interview to make sure that you are bringing your best because you know how you stand out. Number 3, be on time and be prepared. Like, be on time. I went to that salon several times before I went to the interview. I knew the route. I knew how to get there. I knew if I hit traffic, what I was going to do. So be on time and be dressed. You know, we are in the fashion industry. It really doesn't matter what industry you're in. I mean, you should look good, right? Your hair should be done, your makeup should be done, and you should look good. So definitely dress to impress, and create a list of questions. Like I'm going to give you an example and I'll post these down below, but these are questions that I think are super important. So what is your mission? I would ask the company that you're interviewing for, like, what is your mission? What is your vision? So that you can make sure that you align. What are the company values? Like, do your values align with their values? They're not going to be identical, but they need alignment. What is your expectation of me? Right? This stands out to me because I was just asked this question by somebody that I hired, and I hired her based on this question. What is your expectation of me? I love that question. So how will you know I'm successful? So you want to know what they're going to look for in you. So you want to know, how will you know that I am successful? The next question I would ask is, in what way will I contribute to the business? Like, so how will you contribute to the business, and how will you know that you're making a difference? And how will you know that you're doing a good job? Like, how will they acknowledge you? And in what ways will I have opportunity for advancement in this organization, right? So you want to know how you're going to advance. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those questions in a link below so that you could print them out. I'll even add some more in there for you so that you have them when you go out on an interview. But this is really important. If you want to land a salon job, a distributor job, or whatever it is that you're doing, an education role in our industry, no matter what role you're looking for, you want to make sure you're bringing your A game. And if you're not bringing your A game to the interview, there is no way that the person that you're interviewing with is going to think you're going to bring your A game at another time, right? This is the time to show who you are. And remember, integrity is important. So whatever you bring to the interview, you really must bring from that moment forward. So you don't want to be out of alignment with who you are and what you're actually going to bring to the table. You want to bring your best, and then you want to perform your best when you get the role. So I hope this helped. Again, I'll leave the link below, and remember, subscribe, right? I will be bringing you lots of value and lots of things to help you to grow as a salon owner, as an educator, as a leader, just to do better, to be better. So look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I will be talking next about apprenticeships and mentorships. Super important stuff. See ya.